Hey everybody, time for another 3-minute office meeting with me, John Gafford. And if you don't know her or haven't met her, this is actually Jen Krause, our inside transaction coordinator that helps a lot of people here at the brokerage with their files. We're going to talk about Jen in just a second. But a couple of things that I want to talk about. First off, the division seems to really be cracking down right now on advertising standards. I know everybody has their own logo, has their own team name, has this and that, but you have to remember a couple of things. If you're not advertising yourself in a way that's legal, you could potentially open both yourself and the company up for a fine. Now, what is legal? For example, unless your license is in a particular name of a company, for example, if it's Hoosters and Schmidt, and there's two of you, one of your licenses needs to be in the name of Hoosters and Schmidt Incorporated, or whatever the name of your company is. If it's just you and your name is just your thing, you can use the Gafford Group, the John Gafford Team, the Gavin Ernstone Group, whatever you want to do, but it has to be your name and the group or team. That's it. There's no other thing you can do. Now, also when you advertise, you have to include Simply Vegas on all of your advertisements. I don't know why you wouldn't, but you have to include our predominantly featured. It has to be our logo, our name has to be predominantly featured in all your advertising. That includes your websites, your Facebook pages, your Twitter pages. Anything you have that's business related like that has got to include Simply Vegas. So make sure you don't make that mistake. The next thing I want to talk about is setting your sellers up for success in a declining market. Now, also, as we all know, when you take listings, sellers like to price their homes to where the market is supposedly going. Everybody likes to say, oh, the market's going up, so let's start at high and bring it down. Well, I mean, if you're going to do that, okay, that's fine, but make sure you set them up with one simple phrase ahead of time that was going to save you a lot of headache when it's time to drop that price. Now, in my experience, it's much easier to get people to agree with theories rather than to agree with actual scenarios. Rather than calling somebody and saying, hey, I need you to drop the price $50,000 on your listing, it's easier to say, remember that conversation we had when we talked about the market testing pricing. Now, what that conversation is very simple. When I take a listing, I tell people it's pretty much math. If we list the property and nobody comes, nobody calls, nobody shows up, nothing happens, the market is rejecting our current pricing and we're probably 10% or more off the market where we need to be. Now, if you do get people to come see your house, but we don't get any offers, we're probably 5 to 6% off. Now, if we get a lot of business, but we're right there getting lowball offers, you're probably 3% off. But the idea is plant the theory in their minds before you come back with actual cash. That way, the way the market reacts to their listing, you can actually make a smart move and get them to drop the pricing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is actually Jen's going to talk about it. I wanted her to talk a little bit about what she does, how much she does it for, and how you can get in touch with her. So Jen?
Hi guys, my name is Jen Krause, just in case we haven't met. I wanted to introduce myself. I am in-house, at-house TC. I work from home. I am 1099, so I can do your files directly from home. All you need to do is just get in contact with me. What I'll need to start your files with, as soon as you have an offer accepted, just send me over everything that you have. Your accepted offer. I'll open up escrow, I'll get your inspection schedule, if it's a listing, I'll get your HOAs. Basically, I take over your entire file until you guys just receive a check. So,
and she's very proficient in back agent, so she can work seamlessly within your back agent, making sure all that stuff is fun as well. And this for the enormously crazy sum, how much do you charge?
I charge $100.
$100. So if you're out there when you should be selling, should be doing something to generate new business, and you're chasing paperwork, you're losing money. So call Jen. And Jen, how can they get in touch with you?
My direct cell phone number is 702-412-8488, and my email address is jenclosings, and that's JENCLOSINGS @gmail.com.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's all we got. Let's have a great week, and let's go sell some real estate.